water's almost boiling. Let's start peeling tomatoes. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's the next day. Yesterday I was doing my meal prep and my battery died on me. After that the sun went down and so did my energy. So I decided to just call it a day and go on today with what I want to do today. In the afternoon today I want to finish my meal prep by cooking my beans and making the sauces, one for the chili and one for pasta sauce. But right now I want to start with planting some pumpkin seeds. Last year I had bought a pumpkin, I guess you call it butternut squash. It's this, we call it bottle pumpkin. It's like this shape, a pear-shaped pumpkin. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to try to grow them myself? So I kept the seeds, I dried them, and I thought it would be so nice to start them right now. I will show you a trick. Well, probably many people use this trick, but I usually use my empty toilet rolls for pots for the seedlings to grow in the first few weeks or days. Depends on how fast they grow. I fold the toilet roll flat, then I open it up again, and then I fold it the other way flat so that the lines you just created match. You can see now every side of this square, we have created a square out of this round toilet roll, is about slightly more than an inch, which is slightly more than 2.5 centimeters. That distance we keep in mind when cutting along that line. We try to cut the exact same distance into the line, then we fold it the other way and do the same. I already did this because I thought my camera was recording, but it didn't. And that's part of my problem with bad eyes. I really cannot see my screen, my viewfinder, I just can't see it. So, well, next thing is you just fold these flaps you created, you fold them inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go. This is your pot. It won't stand upright on its own right now, but as soon as you fill this with moist soil, and I will show you what kind of soil I use, it will be fine. It will be just fine and it will sit the way you want it to. Because I have used all my empty toilet rolls from the last month already, let's see whether it is recording now. Yes, it is. Just checking because I might be rambling for another half an hour and still not recording. But these are my extra pots. These are just pre-made. I always keep them on hand for repotting and for the times that I don't have empty toilet rolls on hand anymore, because I used all of them for my other seedlings. I will show you later. The potting soil I use is usually cocoa peat soil. It is like this brick type of soil. It's really hard. It is quite heavy as well, but it looks like it's really not that much. But once you put water to this, you can easily get a bucket full of soil. And that is a 10-liter bucket, which is 2.5 gallons, I guess, maybe even slightly more. I'm not so used to gallons and all these American standard things. I also have these bags. They are flat squares of the same material, cocoa peat. They come in these handy bags. You just cut along the dotted line and you fill it up with 1.5 liters of water, and you let it sit for a while, and it grows and it grows. And well, this is one of these bags, and I made this potting soil a few days ago, and this is just a tiny bit of the leftover stuff, because once you start this, it is filled up until here, I guess. It is quite an amount of soil. I usually use just a teaspoon because it's easier to not spill everything around. Well, that's number one. I fill it up until well, 1 centimeter from the rim, and it still is not really stable, but it's way more stable than it was. And once the moist that is in the soil gets sucked up a bit by the toilet paper roll, it will be way sturdier. So let's just wait for that to happen. Our second one, and then our 4 pre-made pots that always stick together like, well, whatever. I'll start with the outer one, again leaving some space on top. Number 2, let's see whether we can take these ones apart. Yes, we can. Oh, by the way, this one from IKEA, it comes in a pack of 3, and it's called Odla, I guess. Odla? Yeah. I will leave it in the screen. On the screen, I guess. Yeah. I will leave it on the screen. I'll clean up this mess and take y'all outside for a little bit because it's so pretty, so beautiful weather. I will show you my tiny backyard, which is a mess right now, but I'm working on it, and I hope some of you may see the potential of what it may become. Let's just get outside. Start with this very part of our backyard. It is a picnic table. It's very old but still useful. Those are my empty pots that I will grow cucumbers and tomatoes and bell peppers in. Right there I used, oh, this is my leek from last year. It's still growing, so we'll leave it like that for a bit. Some of it started blooming, but well, we'll see. And behind that, this square is just 4 big tiles, and I just tied them together with twine. Usually I grow tomatoes in the square and in these pots around it. Then over here I used the leftovers of a crib to make a fence around my bed for the onions and carrots I planted last week. The fence is needed because Lily Joy, our dog, she loves to dig out anything. This week I made these rose arches. They are very flimsy and wonky, but I tied them together with tie wraps, and I hope on planting beans alongside them, and runner beans. They will go up and over, and probably some of the pumpkins. I don't know whether they will sprout or not. Then right here, this white thing is an old bread box from my grandma, and I always grow flowers in them, so we have plenty of bees and other insects that we need for the fertilization of our plants. I don't know how to say that. Usually on that fence I grow my runner beans, but this year I'm trying to grow some on this rose arch like I just told you. Then Lily Joy is now walking on our tarps, which are just cut open old bags and things. I put those right there to make the soil ready for our plants within a few weeks. This is from the other side. Then here is some sort of a, well, plant stand where I put all kinds of tomatoes, bell peppers and such. And this is a cauliflower, but I didn't have much luck with it. It does grow, but it doesn't give us really the cauliflower heads. Then right there is a tiny spot. Oh, this blue thing is a bag that I need to get inside. I don't know whether you can see it, but this is a pot that is slightly more in the shadow, so we can grow something that needs a little bit more shadow there. Right here is a raised bed, really high, but it broke. Look, it has no bottom, so I will flip it upside down and use it as a tiny raised bed, and then I can use the legs when they are sticking in the air to tie something around so that my dog won't get in the bed. And then I do have this very messy part of the garden, and well, the problem with this is it doesn't get any or hardly any sun, and it's very much full of stones, and it doesn't really work. I tried growing some onions last year in this spot, but they didn't grow. But well, sorry for the mess, but this is real life. I decided to not clean up everything before I show you things, just because I want to be real.